All hail the Clicks crew! Alright guys, today we are taking a look at a Heroclix team based off of DC Comics Ares from the new DC Heroclix Wonder Woman 80th Anniversary Heroclix set. I think this is going to be a really good team. You might be able to kind of try the concept that I'm going to explain here in competitive, but I don't think ultimately it's going to go that way, but it will give opponents some headaches and a little bit of pause for concern, which really, a lot of times when I'm playing, especially for casual, that's just what I'm looking to do, is just make people think outside the box. So I think this is a fun team. The version I'm going to explain to you is non-theme, and then I will give you an alternate version that will be a theme team if you decide you'd rather have a theme team than the mechanic I'm going to explain that's going to go on here. Before we get into this video, though, now's a good time to let you know that Mr. Clicks Flicks is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has a winning roll for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link from the description of this video. Mr. Clicks Flicks is also sponsored by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit trollandtoad.com, use promo code Mr. Clicks Flicks for 5% off your Heroclix order today. Alright, so here we are. This is the man himself, the figure we're going to base our team around, Ares. He is a super rare from the Wonder Woman 80th Anniversary Heroclix set. So we're going to go ahead and look at what he does. He's got an ally thing here, which we're not going to be taking advantage of on this team. What we're going to be looking for are his trait and the special on his defense are really what we're going to be looking to use. So his trait is when a named character named Allied Soldier or German Soldier is KO'd, give Ares an Endless War token. At the beginning of your turn, for every 2 Endless War tokens that he has, gain 1 mission point. So it's important to note that those Endless War tokens never clear. You don't get rid of them like once you redeem them or anything like that. So once you get 2 and you gain that mission point, you're going to gain that mission point every turn, and it's for every 2. So let's say your opponent Energy Explosions gets a bunch of your guys. Let's say they get 6, then that means at the beginning of each of your turns, you get 3 mission points. So really cool there. Then he's got this special on his damage, which is a version of Never-Ending Battle Leadership, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. When he uses it and succeeds, you may instead generate an Allied Soldier bystander or a German Soldier bystander. If you do, an opponent also generates an Allied Soldier bystander or German Soldier bystander, whichever you did not choose, adjacent to one of their characters. The bystander they generate is friendly to their force. So really cool there. You see the 2 bystanders here. They're exactly the same as the first click of the generics that are in the set that have the same name. So really neat there. The Allied Soldier one's actually not too bad with that enhancement. And we take a look here. So what we're doing is we're trying to play off this alternate win condition, this mission points thing. So once you get, the game ends when, after the resolution of any action, a player has achieved 20 or more mission points from any source. If the game ends this way, the winner is determined by the player with the most mission points. In this case, in the case of a tie, the active player wins. So that's really cool here. And what's neat is that if you have more than one mission point character on your team, the mission points are cumulative. That's going to be important to remember. So if you have 10 on him and 10 on somebody else, that's 20, you win. Only 125 points, 0 range but double target, Mystic's team ability, 11 movement with charge and flight ability, 12 attack, Blades, Claws, Fangs, 19 defense with impervious, 4 damage with that special. He has that special leadership his entire dial. That's what we're really going to be trying to abuse here, along with his mission points. I mean, I understand we're investing a lot of points in him, but if we're going to win with the win condition we want to win with, we're not going to be really utilizing any of these. And I think you're going to see how we're going to get there pretty quickly. So the next thing we want to look at is, okay, so this thing says when a character named Allied Soldier or German Soldier. So is there anything else in the set that generates those? Well, there's one, and it's Trevor. Okay, so Steve here is really cool. We're going to be playing him at his lower point line. I believe it's 40 points. And he's a captain, which is really cool. We're going to take a look at why I bothered worrying about that. Amazon Pass Soldier Spy, his trait and a special on his damage. His trait is friendly sidekicks can use energy shield deflection. Pretty interesting. Leadership. When Steve Trevor uses it and succeeds, you may generate a 002 allied soldier on click number 1 on your team. So we'll take a look at those next, but they are sidekicks, so he's able to give them energy shield deflection. Like I said, we're playing him at the 40 points, I believe, he just has that leadership for that 1 click, but that's all we need it for, is just to try to generate allied soldiers. That's the only reason we have him on here. But it is a nice little bonus to try to keep those allied soldiers alive longer, to give them energy shield deflection. So just a neat little thing there for Steven. So let's go ahead and take a look at the allied soldiers, what they look like. We're actually going to be having 2 allied soldiers start on our force. So that we're going to start with just some kind of cannon fodder to start with. So they're sidekicks. They're 20 points. They have a 5 range single target, 8 movement with running shot, 10 attack, 16 defense, 2 damage with enhancement. So the nice thing is you get a couple of these guys together. They get 5 damage, which is pretty cool. And they have running shot, which is just really cool. It's kind of a secondary win condition for this, but still, I mean, if you can get these guys all clustered together and they can help, Steve, if it looks like the mission point thing isn't going to work out, you do have offensive capabilities with this team to deal a whole lot of damage. So that's what the allied soldier looks like. Then we're also going to start off with 3 of the German soldiers. So they're right here. The only reason I'm starting off with 3, and I might get rid of most of the allied soldiers that I have on this team, because I have, in my own collection, I have 3 allied soldiers and 6 of the German soldiers. So I might make it so all the allied soldiers are already on the field, and then all the German soldiers are already on the field, and then Steven is just generating the allied soldiers to bring them on the field, so I don't run out of anything like that. That's something that I might do. But for right now, in version 1.0, we've got the 3 German soldiers here. Past and soldier keywords. They're also a sidekick, so they will be getting the energy shield deflection that Steve grants. They don't have a move and attack, but they do have a 9 attack with energy explosion, 17 defense, so that'll be a 19 at range. And then with the enhancement from the allied soldiers, you could get this up to a 6. Not a terrible little figure here. Again, these are just here to get knocked out and move along with our mission point win scenario. Again, I would consider, now that I'm thinking about it more, just taking out the allied soldiers, having German soldiers only, since I can generate the allied soldiers with Steven. But you don't know, you might have 20 of something and it doesn't even matter. And the last figure we're going to look at here is the one that breaks theme. You're like, Mr. Clicks, this is a soldier theme team. What are you doing here? Why did you say it's not theme? Well, that's because I put Herbie on the team. Herbie, the cuddly little guy. He's only 30 points. Very non-threatening. He's got this plus 5 point thing. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to worry about this other trait. Future Foundation Hall Monitor. Whenever a sidekick would be KO'd by an opposing effect, you may roll a d6. 4 through 6. Instead, turn that sidekick to its last non-KO click and place it in a square adjacent to Herbie. Gain 2 mission points for each sidekick placed in this way. So we've got the same mission point thing here. So between him and Ares, if we can get 20 points between the 2 of them, we will win 30 points. He has a 4 range single target, 6 movement with sidestep, 10 attack, 17 defense with defend, which will help the allied soldiers, but we're not sending him out anywhere dangerous. And then he does have the 1 damage perplex, which you could dump that into Ares to give him a 20 defense just to kind of spruce him up a little. You can use that however you see fit in game. So that is the idea there. There's 5 points left over in this iteration, and so I'm going to explain to you the team way of doing this. If you wanted to have a theme, you said this seems really cool, but I'd like to have a theme, and I'm not really worried about doing the mission point thing quite as badly as what you're saying. You could trade out Herbie for a very nice looking and Jim Hammond, who also has the soldier keyword and will give your sidekicks mastermind, but they can only mastermind it to him. So they all will have effective defense against poison and stuff like that. Now, again, on this team, you kind of want your characters to be getting KO'd, which is why I didn't include him on this first iteration. I want them to get KO'd and either be brought back or be getting KO'd so I can put the endless war tokens on Ares. So anyway, in the version 1.0, the idea here is we start off with Ares. We've got, I don't know, here we'll kind of set up a little something here. So we've got Ares, we've got these guys. We've got our extra 5 points. I don't know, you can spend it on a map, whatever it is you feel like you want. Okay. Kind of get everybody as close to in frame as it looks like we're going to get here. Okay. Boop. Move everybody up one. There we go. That looks a little bit better. We're at a weird spot. But anyway, so we get these guys here. Rolling leaderships with these two guys generating allied soldiers, German soldiers. Okay. Perfect world, we're generating, I guess, allied soldiers with both, because that'd give us lots of enhancements running around for us personally. Would deny our opponents those. And we'd be giving our opponents a figure that has energy explosion, and we know that we want most of our figures KO'd. Or, again, the opportunity to be KO'd. And then these three literally just hang out in the back. These guys that you start with, the 5 you start with, plus anything you generate, you just send out in wave after wave, hoping that your opponent KOs them. Or that you make your roll with Herbie so that you get your 2 points there. And then pretty soon before you know it, if your opponent gets through 4 of these guys, then that means you're generating 2 every turn, which means in 10 turns, I guess we would say a 12-turn win condition if your opponent knocked out 4 characters, and then so 12 turns, and then you've got this where let's say you got a couple back, then every time you do this, it shortens this clock from that the 4 character KO, which is just something neat to think about. So this is just me trying to utilize that new mission point mechanic a little bit better, utilize a bunch of the new figures from the Wonder Woman 80th Anniversary Heroclix set. So you guys let me know in the comments below what you would do with this Ares team trying to win with the mission points. I always enjoy reading your comments and stuff like that. It really is a pleasure to read. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos, and also it lets YouTube know, hey, I enjoyed this video, other people might as well, and it helps get the video out there with the YouTube algorithm. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that zone critical miss, we don't have probability control.